Started as an East Coast vibe, now I'm going worldwide. We got this bitch going crazy. I used to take the Mazda 4 drive, now I'm on the 405 like it's fuck you, pay me.
Hi, my name is Heather, aka Stoney Baloney, and this is the Stoney Baloney Podcast. If you're expecting anything from this podcast, don't. But if there's one thing you will learn about me, is you never know what Stoney you're gonna get. This is the journey of one spicy, sarcastic entrepreneur who came out of her cannabis closet and has been blazing through life ever since. As a multi-passionate person who has lived from one coast to another, I know there is more to life than just a 9-to-5 grind. I hope to inspire others to try new things no matter how old you are, start doing things you love and turn them into your side hustles, and to simply stop giving a fuck how others want you to live your life. The story you're about to see is true. The names have been changed to protect the innocent. Here are their stories. Today I have Elissa.
Hello.
I have mentioned Elissa every episode, and we'll mention her every episode. And it's funny, I just had a flashback from our party the other night, but somebody said they've just been listening every episode waiting for me to say their name. And I said, I'm not going to fucking say it. I'm going to make her listen for years before I drop her name. But this is the infamous Elissa. We have a fantastic episode today because this is one of my favorite smoking buddies. We get high as fuck. I feel I get more high as fuck than you, but you are more of a dabber.
Yeah.
You come a little closer, Elissa. Did you say yes?
I did. Although today you gave me a gummy and I can feel it kind of starting to kick in.
So Elissa usually doesn't feel gummies.
No.
Oh, this is good. So I'm ripped. I thought this was the highest I've ever been here, but the episode I did with Scott definitely was. But today we did take some wild gummies. We've had a wild couple of weeks, bud.
3 weeks. 3 weeks.
Does not feel like 3 weeks.
No, it doesn't.
But on a serious note, I've worked a lot of places. I have a business. You know, I don't want to trash talk anybody. But I mean, what the fuck's a podcast good for if you can't? But no, seriously, I think one thing I want to establish on this podcast, besides just being high as shit all the time, is I am a businesswoman. And I do encourage other people to have businesses or to do things that they love to do and make money doing it. Or just living a freer, better fucking life, honestly. People take things seriously. There was just a whole generation of time where people got stuck in that 9-to-5, you need your retirement, like all that other shit. Obviously important, but just being happy, and you can't be happy if you're not happy where you work. That's 100%. How you put a roof over your head. That's how you sleep at night. That's where you go to have your safe place. And what is the point of enjoying these things that you have if the place that you're making money for, like, you're just not happy? So we do have to watch what we say, because on our boat that we just departed, we docked, but we still got people on the boat. And I think that's the hardest thing for us,
got a couple
because if you haven't caught on, we got fired. But this is my second time, but I knew it was going to happen the minute I came back here. I said I'm either going to quit or get fired. And it's funny because I have lots of tiki-takis on hold in my drafts, and they're all like, there was a point in time we were going to do like a video thing. There was a contest to win something, and I was doing, like, my favorite time of the day is when I leave. And then kicking the door open, or, fucking off or something. Like, those were my ticky-tackies, not more so what we were actually selling at the place. But a lot of those were, am I going to quit or get fired today? And, like, sad music in the background. It was like, oh, well, it was kind of a little bit of both. But
9 out of 10 of your ticky-tackies.
So we are going to change the names of some of the defendants. But I feel our story is more like if I were to write a book, which I'm definitely writing a book about this shit. But if I'm gonna tell a story and it's gonna be a good storyline for a TV show or something, like, this is it. So, like, that's what we're gonna kind of outline. But Elissa and I, a little bit of our history, we used to work at Panera together. We could say Panera.
Yeah.
Everyone loves a good Panera.
Yeah, that was...
You were...
Man, it feels like a lifetime ago.
You were a baby.
Yeah.
You're ripped.
I was 19.
Are you ripped?
Not ripped.
Fuck. Oh, my bong! God damn it. Sorry.
I think I'll get ripped soon. I'm hoping. Like, I can feel, like, the gummy starting to...
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
So we worked at Panera. She was a baby. She was a bad girl. She was a bad girl, but always a hard worker. And I actually came to the place that we were just at, and they needed people. And I was like, I wonder what Elissa's doing. Elissa had a job, and she really liked it.
I did.
But Elissa is one of my, like, we don't necessarily butt heads. Elissa's cranky, and I'm not the easiest person to deal with either.
We are sisters.
We are like sisters, but also kind of like mom as well.
Yes.
Heather
Heather mommed me hard at Panera.
I did. I
deserved it. I deserved it.
I kind of mommed you this morning, too, though.
She may have.
But that's what I do. I feel like I mom. Which, sidebar, next month is going to be all ghost to paranormal episodes. I feel like I should just have a ghost podcast. Maybe I'll do a different one. I did want to start the Lake Erie podcast. Get it?
Yes.
Erie Lake. And then just do, like, ghost shit. So maybe that's something we can work on another time. Yeah. Or coinciding once I start making a little bit more money again.
I'm excited for your ghost tours. I still haven't been to one.
Dude, I've got 2 coming up. October 12th is the Stoner edition. And then October 13th is a 21 and over. Probably more like wine, stuff like that. Maybe donuts and cider or pizza or some shit.
I'm down for both.
But they are super fun. And yeah, so all next month is going to be like ghost stuff. So I do have somebody, she's going to do a class at Shade. It's going to be like a holistic healing tea therapy kind of thing, which you should come to that because she does readings there.
Is that the medium you were talking about?
Yes. So
Yeah,
this
that's the
woman,
one I want to do.
she told me I've had 1,400 lives.
That's insane.
And she said that's a lot. She thought she had a lot. Or, well, she knows that she has a lot. 400 is a lot. But she said 1,400.
Yeah, that's literally insane.
And I fucking believe it.
I believe it.
There's a lot of times in the day.
You're crazy.
I am fucking nuts. But there's a lot of things I remember, like, I feel in this lifetime, like me as Heather motherfucking B. Loney. Stoney Baloney. I feel I have coexisted with me in another time in San Francisco in like the 90s. Or I also kind of feel like I was a man in the 80s that lived in New York City. because for some reason I have connections to cities, and maybe that's normal and a lot of people do just because they're curious or it looks like something they would enjoy. But I also feel there's a lot of places I would like to go see that I don't have that connection with. San Francisco, Crystal's house reminds me of a house in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Never fucking been.
I think her brother said that.
San Francisco, Shade. When I met Shade, I have like that big, beautiful window, and especially in the fall and stuff. And
Window.
I don't know what San Francisco looks like in the fall. Do they get colorful leaves?
I have no clue.
I remember Danny Tanner wearing a sweater, but I don't remember leaves. I'm picturing like that. I'm picturing their house with the park.
Yeah.
Fucking DJ.
Just got the Full House theme song stuck in my head now.
I know. I'm picturing Danny. I cannot believe Bob Saget died.
Yeah, that's crazy. So sad.
And I feel a few episodes ago, I was talking about Bob Barker and Jerry Springer. They're not here anymore. So,
All the Bobs gone. R.I.P. Bobs.
All right. It's nuts. I'm going to kind of sidebar back, speaking of Jerry Springer, though, because Jerry ended shows with like a general statement thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Have you ever watched Jerry Springer?
I used to watch Jerry Springer when I would skip school.
I feel... So there was a girl in high school... Squirrel.
Heather's ripped.
There's a girl in high school that wanted to fight me because I said I saw her in the audience at Jerry Springer.
And she wanted to fight you?
I wasn't being a bitch. I fucking thought I saw her there.
Oh, rude.
So...
Full House.
But my friend Steph and I, we used to skip school, pick up our favorite local diner lunch. We would take cans and bottles back for money. My parents had, like, literally, you could always get at least $25 of cans and bottles.
It's like my grandparents' house.
It's also crazy to think about what $25 back then in cans and bottles would get you for lunch compared to nowadays.
Very true. I never thought about it.
So I've definitely
Insane.
lost weight from work because I don't buy my fucking $90 Wegman lunches anymore.
Yeah.
And
Your lunches were insane.
I know. But I do have to say that I have learned a very valuable lesson. Like, this experience, the time was coming for a long time. I think we have all been tapped out for a very long time. And that's what's hurtful, getting let go. The way that everything happened was because we were genuinely very invested. Like, we were proud of the name of the business. We were proud of the owner and, like, everybody, for the most part, that worked there, besides the fucking idiots. But we had, like, such a pride and dedication. You were on the phones. I was on the phones nonstop. Like, morning to night, our whole day was being on the phones. So going back to Shade full-time, which I'm so excited about, I'm so happy. The bags under my eyes are fucking gone. I look like
Same.
5 years younger. You look fantastic, Alyssa.
You told Emily she was 10 years older since she left.
I was reversing. I said the wrong thing. But I'm using that as an experience, as I feel everybody should use everything in their life. Like a divorce. That's an experience.
Yeah.
Or a friendship that doesn't work out. It's an experience. It's a lesson. Like, what did you get from it? What will you never do again? What
So
do you
much.
want moving forward? And I needed to go somewhere to get structure because I was on my own with Shade for at least 3 years with nothing, no other income. And it was hard making myself go there every morning. Now I'm used to working 16 hours a day.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have that freedom. It's nice to not have my phone blowing up. And if there's nothing wrong with having multiple incomes, business owners, I have lots of friends that have their own businesses and they have a side gig. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. And if anything, that's smart, because if you have a business, there's always going to be ups and downs. Even if your company's rolling in millions, hopefully if your company is making millions every year, you have money in the bank to cover your shit if something goes wrong. If you don't, you're fucked. And that's where a lot of people fuck up, is they start a business, they start taking out all these loans. Don't. Like, you're better to not have any money than to rack up all this shit.
Yeah.
And then when you hit those hard times, you're even more fucked. And then how do you come back from that? Most people can't come back from that. Even if your business is open for 50 years, that whole time you're struggling half the time.
Just in debt the whole time.
And a lot of people make that mistake of, when things are good, they're like, okay, well, I have this money. And I wouldn't say I wouldn't say that I have she didn't mean me. She didn't mean me.
No.
She meant someone else. I, for some reason, am better off. I feel like
We are.
mentally, everything, we're way better off. Financially, I'm less freaked out. I do want to say, if anyone's ever been offered a 401k, fucking take it. I can't believe how many times in my life I was offered that, but nobody explained really like, people say, oh, you got to get a 401k. But to me, as a stupid kid in my 20s, I'm not saying every kid in their 20s is stupid, but I wasn't all there. And let's face it, everyone's learning. There's a lot of the beauty industries. A lot of people everyone's crazy everywhere, but I see a lot of times where people are like, yeah, she claims she's a master spray tan artist, but blah, blah, blah. Guess what? We are always learning in our lives. My perception of even streets in my 20s is different, and like how small I still thought the world was then. And it just keeps getting bigger and bigger as we get older. Is that like a scientific thing? Like, do our brains get bigger? I don't know. We'll have to look that up.
I don't think so. I don't know.
Write that note down. I want to find out.
Siri?
But it just seems like you're always growing. And for people to think or claim that they are it, they know everything, those are the people you got to fucking watch out for. Because I guarantee they don't fucking know shit. Bitch.
Those are the flat earthers.
Listen, I'm not saying I'm a flat earther, or I'm not. I'm one of those people, I just need to see it to believe it.
Yeah.
We have Antarctica and all these other places, but I've never been there. They're telling me the polar bears are, everyone's running out of ice or whatever it is. But people can say these things, and the media can put everything out there. Look at the data. We all know data's fucked. Yeah. Data doesn't fucking work. No, especially let me say, the data works if the people pulling it know what the fuck they're doing. But we know a lot of people that don't know what the fucking data's doing.
Yeah. Messed up a whole lot.
Actually, I would say a lot of people know that the data that's being pulled is a fucking crock of shit. But for some reason, God wasn't seeing it.
Yeah. The only person that needs to see it isn't.
And that's the thing, though, right? Is because when you have all these people, but here's the thing, no one says anything. You and I are the people that always say everything, and that's why we are in the situation that we are in.
We're the bitches.
We are the drama.
Yep.
And again, women are drama when they bring attention to issues and shit. But when you have like Panera, how many GMs did we see at Panera?
3 or 4.
And as shot as some of them were, Panera still had like a structure.
Yeah.
There was still things every day that had to be met. There was weekly, money that needs to, like, you have to have charts when you're starting off with a business. If that's the only thing that you have coming in income wise, then you need to total up what your bills are every day. First and foremost, get your own bank account for your business and don't touch that money. Like, that money is your business money. Hard to do when you're first starting off, but when you get to that 5-year mark, you should have all your shit. You should get away from the, what is it? Sole proprietor?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's whatever the fuck that word is.
I don't think I know what you're trying to say.
There's sole proprietorship, and then there's an LLC, and then you go from there. Thank you, Scott.
Okay.
I kind of went like this with my eyes and just hoped that Scott would come through on that one.
I could see your eye twitching, and I'm just like, I don't know what she's saying.
It was like he knew. So that, like, I'm trying to transition everything right now. If I did have a billboard go up or something like that, I have a pot leaf in my logo. I know people can call and be a fucking asshole about it and be like, what's this shop in Churchville? Are they selling weed out of there? No, I'm just doing spray tans, bitch. Mind your own fucking business. This whole opt-in with all the towns and shit, I did an opt-in Churchville page. I knew it wasn't going to pass, but why the fuck not? We've had businesses in that town that we have windows that have been empty, places empty for years and years and years since I was a kid, fucking 35. And these places are still empty. Why would you not have a fucking smoke shop? You think your neighbor isn't token? You think it, and that's the problem, is they're all fucking hiding it.
Well, people forget that you don't have to sell weed to have a smoke shop. You can sell the CBD and just pieces and everything else.
And have a podcast.
Yeah.
I'm still working on the pineapple bongs, by the way. We are working something out.
I want a purple one.
I'm trying for the purple. The pink one's dope. And those blue ones that I found that are the different style, those are fucking dope too.
The taller ones?
But I hate when I'm talking about pineapple bongs and everyone tries showing me pineapple bongs. Don't be showing me rubber shit. Ugly.
Yeah. Although you should get a silicone one with how often you break them.
I just don't like them.
I know.
They're weird.
Just put it in your window.
It literally is like nails on a chalkboard. I have shivers up my spine thinking of smoking out of a rubber bong. But there's lots of different pineapple bongs, and they're just not it.
Yeah.
There's a specific style, and it's that...
No, I like the one that you have.
That 70s antique glass.
Like hand-blown.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. So we've had a lot of shit going on. I know we're kind of like intertwining it and stuff.
You should get in touch with Corning Glass and see if they can get you in touch with a local hand blower.
Would they do bongs?
Why not?
I don't know. I feel there's got to be local blowers.
There's got to be.
If you know a blower, tell them to call me.
Yep, we need a good one.
That's a good idea. Also, what if I learned how to blow glass?
It's really hard.
I just saying. What do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
That would be so cool.
Is there a machine?
I think you need like a really, really big oven. Like that heats up because your glass has to be so hot.
Yeah. Well, like past times, they had to make pottery and shit over campfires.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure I could make a mobile fire unit if I had to at first.
Yeah, that would be really, really hard.
It's crazy the
Go
amount
back to
of
the
things.
rocks and sticks.
A lot has happened between episodes where I feel soon I need to start doing like an episode a week because just so much shit happens.
Yeah, it does.
That's
because you're crazy.
Yes. Dude, the shit just flocks to me. But actually, no. Like, now that we're not at that workplace anymore, there's no drama in my life. There wasn't drama in my life before I worked there, and there's not after. Like, that place.
It's just that place.
And
as soon as you leave that building, it's like stress relief.
We created a bond. We have a solid group of ladies, and guys too. But there is a bond. That place is like a family, and the bond that us girls have, I've never had a bond like that with anybody in my life. And we all are so very different, but
we come together well.
It's like
there's no drama.
Captain Planet.
There is drama. We fight.
We fight like sisters. We fight like sisters, 1,000%. But we don't fuck around. We tell it how it is.
Yeah. We don't hold back.
When you hit 30 years old, and I don't know if it's because I became a mom at 30 and there's a lot of things that I stopped giving a fuck about when I became a mom. But when you hit 30, you stop caring what fucking people think. I wish I had the mentality, the whatever of my 30s in my 20s.
Well, I'm still young. I'm 27. I have gotten there. I think that's why I lost my job. But I think it's the kids. They really put you in your place.
Kids do put you in your place. I never would have imagined that you would have 2 kids by now.
Yep.
I would have thought it would have taken you 40 to settle down.
Me too. I still wake up every day and I'm just like, wait, I have kids? Two of them.
But you're the best mom. I hate saying that I don't think I'm the best mom in the world.
You're a great mom.
But I always come back to the same thing of me needing my independence. Like, I fucking just need to be by myself.
Everybody does.
But I feel I do it more than most people do.
I don't think so.
I don't know, man. I just fucking I'll get in my car and drive for 2 hours.
I mean, but think of all the stuff you're doing. You're doing it for Harry. It's your business.
Driving around for 2 hours?
I mean, what are you doing on those 2 hours? You're doing your marketing. You're taking your photos. You're doing stuff for your business. It's not just like you're driving around.
That is true. And I think a lot of people who are good at social media, like people who have 500 likes per page or per picture, I've got 2. Some days I won't even have any. And then other days I'll have 40.
But look at how big Shade has gotten the 4 years you've been there.
Well, people look at my shit all the time. They message me all the time.
Yeah.
And
those likes don't mean anything.
They see my shit. And I think maybe sometimes they might not like it because I'm doing...
I think they're scared.
They're scared. I do things that a lot of people don't do on social media.
Yeah.
Like smoke bongs. We just took a video.
We were live.
We were live.
We had 1 viewer.
Oh. So
thank you.
I haven't even told Scott, but I already have a secret spot here because I want to be respectful and not smoke in the parking lot or anything. So I've already found my smoking spot around here.
It was pretty.
Oh, it was so cute.
Yeah.
There's like water and everything.
We'll have to go take a selfie after.
We should. That is we should go on an adventure today. It's a nice day.
Yeah.
I feel like we deserve it.
I have no kids.
I have no kids.
Highlight of my day.
I
I love them. Let me just say that.
Well, you're always with your kids. You're always at the park. You're always at this and whatever. And I feel like we're always like, I think things are different because I'm not mentally exhausted anymore. Now I feel more energy to go do things again. Whereas, someone mentioned to me at work one time, they said, you would think this person wouldn't be the best person for advice, but he really does hit it. And I called him the night before we got let go, the incident, and I talked to him, and he basically was just like, I said, I'm not ready to talk to them. Basically, to let everybody know, we had someone coming into management, and I say this in a, broad spectrum because I think this is something that happens everywhere, right? To a degree.
To a degree.
Workplaces usually aren't this toxic.
No.
But I basically got to a point where I was done. I was overworked, but they also didn't want to compensate me for what I was doing.
Me either.
And
or any of us.
We're in a mail industry. So I was questioning, why are all these people in the same, category? What am I trying to say? Department? And
then just us three are getting
well,
pointed out.
I think it was everybody eventually. They started with the wrong ones.
Yeah.
The approach was also not great either. But Elissa and I had positions where we weren't just going to work a couple hours a day. Even if we were home and off the clock, it was a constant thing because we were the only people having any kind of customer experience there. Yeah. We were the only people giving a customer experience.
We still get contacted from these customers, so you guys know.
We still do. And when I'll say their shit's not being handled, I'm getting CC'd in. And I said, oh, they remember me. This is so fun.
Yeah, I know. I love it.
But we were going to have our money adjusted. We weren't going to allow to have overtime anymore. That's fine. But we are going to work 50-hour weeks. It's never going to be just 40 hours for us. We should have a salary. There's lots of people that have a salary there that don't fucking do anything.
And cars and phones and everything.
There are, and I don't want any of that. I did want my phone paid for, but dude, my phone does not ring. And I hate talking on the phone. I think that's the biggest thing is that I fucking hate talking to people. And I did it, and I did it well.
Yeah, me too. I am the most unfriendly people person.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm trying to say.
You are good on the phones, but once in a while someone gets you.
Yeah, after those 20 minutes of them screaming at me, I just can't do it anymore.
So basically I just wanted to be compensated for what I was doing and, have equal opportunity as the people around me. Yeah. I don't even want all of that. I just want you to account because I've earned it. I think everyone would agree. And instead, this is something I complained about for months. And this is something where we just kept getting more responsibilities. And instead of saying, you're rocking it, doing all that shit, oh, you can't handle it, we're going to take it away from you.
Yeah.
No, I'm just fucking fine. But also, who the fuck else is going to do it?
Exactly.
Compensate me for it. But instead, we got let go. And then they can hire someone with a penis and fucking give them the truck and the fucking shit and the fucking shit and the fucking shit. Fuck you.
And double our salary.
But that is where people that work anywhere, stick up for yourself, especially if you're not happy. Honestly, at the end of the day, so I was going to go in and have a meeting with them. The meeting didn't happen. I waited all day.
All day, literally.
Which is why my reaction was so epic. But
I'm so proud of her.
I also got to a point where it's like, whatever. It's not like I'm not making decent money, but you are going to be taking away more where I make. But it's not that I'm making that and I shouldn't be. Like, I'm working that time.
We deserve it.
We should be paid for that time because we're still going to do it.
Yeah.
And
I think they're realizing we deserve it now.
Yes, very much so. Especially, so we have nicknames for people, but we can't fucking remember anyone's nicknames.
I know. We blacked out in the car and can't remember anything.
We had a nickname for, there was April.
April.
Was there a Jose?
There was a Jose.
Jose.
Yeah.
I'm blanking on Jose.
What can I say about Jose in the burn book?
Oh my God. So this is going to be epic, but our group of girls that we have from work, we had a party the other day, as we said, got a little crazy. I was well behaved, but I took a gummy.
Oh, the gummy kicked in as soon as I got there.
I tried to drink tequila, but it didn't work. I took like half of a shot, plugged my nose, chugged Fanta. Then I dumped my Fanta into the rest of the tequila. And it's like, as soon as I have that sip, I'm like, I know I'm going to be hungover and feel like shit.
She said it was good.
It was good, but I didn't even finish it.
No, she didn't.
And then everyone's like, are you okay to drive? Like, I didn't even fucking drink.
Yeah.
Just been fucking chilling.
Just high as hell.
But we're going to do skits because, as I said, this place is crazy and so many things have happened. But it's like, it's emotionally draining. Usually after something big happens, we all go out and drink.
Yeah.
I don't drink normally. So when I go do this, obviously something big happened. But for some reason, a lot of us got let go at once. And it took 3 weeks for us to even get together.
Yeah.
It's like we were all in
Why did it take that long?
But to be on the record, that's the only thing that we are upset about is not seeing each other every day.
Yeah.
Because we built such a strong bond.
We all still talk every day. We have FaceTime chats.
Yes.
Which we haven't had in a long time, guys.
Yeah, we should do that. But the biggest lesson here and what we were just talking about is you should never be unhappy where you work. Once you start getting unhappy, listen, there's going to be times. But when you are seriously looking at it and it's like, okay, it's been a few weeks and shit's not getting better here and I'm not feeling better. We need to figure out what's making that a problem and fix it now. Because if you don't, it's going to add up and it's going to add up and it's going to add up.
I mean, how many times did we express that we were unhappy? How many emails and to whom it may concerns did it take?
So, to whom it may concern, I feel I was very blunt in to whom it may concern. I feel it wasn't necessary, that meeting of them sitting us down, that was too bad. But this is where Elissa and I come and play. We're like stepbrothers. We're not innocent. We're like stepbrothers. But I feel we just got to a point where we were done with the wrong people being in charge and dealing with the shit when we work all the time and care so much and put in all this effort while, we're watching people fuck everything that we've worked hard for up. And it gets to a point where
we're just taking credit for all of the work that we've done.
Yes. So, Rudy Giuliani, is that what we want to call her?
Yeah, I think that's what we came up with.
Rudy Giuliani is one of those
Rudy.
people that when they came into the business, they saw how easy it was to get things. And I've never known anything worse than a narcissistic woman. Narcissistic.
Close.
Narcissist? Yes. I've honestly never really met too many, of course, people that have like some behavior, but not like fully. And she's fucking full throttle, baby. And we saw it very quickly, and we didn't put up with it.
We were her targets from the start.
So, yes, there were situations where Elissa and I would kind of, stepbrothers that shit. We'd walk in, Pam, Rudy Giuliani.
We may have cornered her a couple times.
Well deserved.
Yeah.
Because we cared so much about the place, and
because she's losing money for the place.
She's not good. Well, she doesn't know what she's doing, and she lies about what she can do. So what she does is she goes around with her notebook and she gets information from everybody else. Then she, explains it to who it's supposed to go to, and they think those are all her ideas. But then once it comes down to it, she doesn't know how to do anything, so everything goes to her to die.
Yep.
But then when shit gets fucked up, then it's our fault. And then this person's always supposed to fix it, but this person's the problem of why it's not working out.
Well, she lost her person to pick up her mistakes, so.
You covered her tracks a lot, and I gave her a lot as well.
Yeah.
But now in your search for a job, I think when you have 2 kids, it's important to find something that like I said, you're going to be happy at. Someone commented on your status you shared a meme, something along the lines of when people,
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. I think they said that it's going to be impossible to find something that fits in your kids' schedule.
For
Which
sure.
is wrong.
There's so many things you can find, and honestly, my biggest, find something remote or half remote.
Yeah.
You can put a lot into a company and do it from home.
Yeah.
Our jobs we could have easily done from home, and I feel like our mental stability would have been a lot better if we could work from home like half-time.
Yeah.
Half-time.
I've been on a few interviews since we got let go, and I have not accepted a position, not because I haven't wanted to, just because I deserve better. I'm not going to settle for less. I think I deserve to spend holidays and weekends with my kids now, and I don't want to settle anymore.
And the job that you had, excuse me, the job that you had, even if it's Christmas time or something, like, we knew how important getting leads was for the company. So if one came in, we didn't want to pass that up. And that's what customers want.
Yeah.
But it's good that you're doing that. And there definitely is things out there. It is good to get out. But I think find a job full-time at home and then do something part-time where you can get out of the house, but not where you have to be there all the time.
Yeah.
That's the best way to do shit.
A nice little serving job.
And I have realized in this that if I just put in the effort with Shade, I will always have multiple means of income, whether it's a product or a training or Shade or like I'll always have a different means. And I usually always will work for someone else too. So I probably will find something. If I do, most likely it will be remote. But can I just tell you that after that shit happened, God, I pondered if I was going to say my exit or not.
Yeah, I think you should. I'm just so proud of it.
But when
it's a good mic drop.
When I went and met up with like Carrie and Linda after, and I got a job offer in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And it was in that moment where it's like, why didn't I do this a long time ago? But a lot of things in my life have happened since then as well. Like I won Stevie Nicks tickets.
So jealous.
And I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but Stevie Nicks, or not Stevie Nicks, that's not what I was going to say at all. Kenny and I always get free concerts. Like,
Yeah,
if people
I just don't know how you do it.
Dude, if people can't go, but I think that's what happened is we had that summer where it was like Motley Crue, Journey, like Paul McCartney, Ringo, all these major concerts, and people knew if they couldn't get rid of their tickets, Heather and Kenny will find a way to go.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's 3 hours away. We will fucking find a sitter for Harry. We don't go out on dates. We don't go out and do things. Like, concerts are mine and Kenny's thing. Like,
Yeah.
that's our shit. So
you're not going to be able to see all these people all the time, so
exactly.
go while you have the chance.
We just got Peter Gabriel tickets. Shout out to my homie Greg. And
I miss Greg.
dude, Peter. So Greg, I've told Greg this before. He probably thinks I'm the biggest creep, but we were friends in high school. He went to a different high school than me. He worked at the place that we were just at as well. He transferred the tickets to me, which was cool. Thanks, bud. Peter Gabriel was a fucking experience, man. That shit was like acid. We felt like we were
looked like
in
fun.
a cult. Like, it was awesome. But
It was shade vibes.
I feel that there's people in our lives that maybe have been a part of our lives in a past life. And I feel like Greg has been a reoccurring character in not this life, but another life as well.
It's very possible you had, what 1,400?
1,400 lives. So
Insane.
I feel like Greg's one of those, like, you know, if there's a movie and there's like I don't know, like, there's a guy you always see every fucking 20 years or something. Like, there's Greg.
Yeah.
But
I know a couple of those people.
1,400 lives. That lady said I had
1,400.
1,400 lives. And my best friend Dre, who was supposed to be on the podcast today, but he just had a baby and everything, busy, get it. I looked at Dre and I said, I know he's been in my life before.
Yeah.
Like, he's been a son or something. And she laughed. She did this giggle, and she goes, I'm seeing pilgrims. And I'm like, what? Oh, I could see that. But, and, you know, it's funny, though, because when I think of being in another life with Dre, I think of long ago.
I still need to meet Dre.
You've never met Dre?
I don't think so.
Shit. I definitely want to do a session where I want couches outside and we can just pass blunts around and it's all my friends.
We'd have so much fun.
I feel like that's what this season kind of is just getting to know me. I'm bringing all my friends on.
Yeah.
In a way, I feel like next month is going to be season 2 because that's where I'm actually going to have like outside people, like people who are professionals in the topic I'm going to talk about.
November?
So, October.
October? It is October already, basically.
Well, no, tomorrow. Let's give me a day here.
Sorry.
So, I'm going to have a medium on, and she's the one that told me that I've had 1,400 lives. I'm going to have a friend of mine on from high school. We've been friends for a long time. She also is very in tune with paranormal. She clairvoyance. A lot of things will like touch her and stuff, and she sees things a lot more. I feel my clairvoyance is more by feelings. I feel energy more, and I'm learning how to interpret that and maybe start communicating with the other side.
Have you tried tarot cards?
Yes, I do have tarot cards. I have played around with those, especially with yoga and when I do like my meditations and shit. But I think I need to learn how to interpret my dreams because I have said a million times I travel in my sleep. My dreams have been fucking crazy lately.
Yeah.
It's almost like
I wish I could remember my dreams.
You never do?
The only time I could remember them was when I was pregnant.
Really?
And they were wild.
Dude.
I got into a shootout in my living room when I was pregnant and had some wild dreams over a toaster.
I think mine might be weirder. I had one where at my grandma's house in the haunted grandma's house that I always talk about. The guy from, have you seen Green Mile before?
Green Mile. I don't think so. I see it pop up all the time on my Netflix, but I don't think I've ever.
It's like a jail movie.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever watched it.
Okay, well, the guy from that movie, I had him tied up, chained up in a shed at my grandma's house. And I just want to say I did things that I would never fucking do. And it was just the weirdest fucking dream. But when you're pregnant, for some reason, you have super sexual dreams.
Yeah.
Like, I've never had sexual dreams ever, unless I was pregnant.
See, the only dreams I had when I was pregnant were shootouts and murders and people killing each other, which is weird.
I fall asleep to Forensic Files every night, and I never have dreams that are, like, wild. I'm sorry, I lied. But violent.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't really have violent dreams, but I have creepy dreams. There's always a vibe. So the woman who's going to be coming on to the show. Oh, I'm also trying to get that other lady from the Seth Speak stuff. I'll tell you later. I don't want to say it.
I want to talk to the medium.
I don't want to say it until she.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm going to have.
Confirm it.
I'm posting today if people want to come to this shit. I'm fucking excited.
Yeah.
But.
Can't wait.
She said that this is my last life.
Yours?
Yes.
That's sad.
So would that be 14,001?
I don't know.
Or 1401, I mean?
We're just going to have to talk to her again.
Well, I'm gonna ask her today. But so does that mean after this am I going to be a ghost?
Yeah, what happens?
I do think that I have had dreams. It doesn't seem like a past life to me, maybe a parallel life, but it's an existence in the solar system. And as much as I do my little spaces bullshit stuff, I do feel like there's planets out there.
There's definitely planets. I actually just read something yesterday about someone just traveled in space for over a year. It's the longest anyone has ever traveled in space. It was like 377 days or something like that. How do you even survive? Their capsule broke down several times. Crazy.
So I think the Jetsons were probably not wrong.
Yeah. Also,
we do have all these mountains and stuff that have, the pyramids, and there's like sculptures dug from sand and shit that are still standing, and things that they think maybe aliens put there. What if they put that there and they're like, oh, fuck this place, and then they went somewhere else?
Yeah.
Like, what if they're still out there? And what if Earth, whatever we're fucking in, what if we did go to a different galaxy and we did live forever in this form?
I don't know. It's just all crazy to think about.
I think it's not wild, but maybe doesn't make sense because, if this was true, then I guess a lot. I don't know. But what if...
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to say?
Not really, but...
Like, what if... I don't think you do. When we die, right? When I feel a ghost or a presence, like, I can kind of feel like... I've seen a vision of, like, a woman with a baby in her arms.
I think you just told me about this.
And, well, because she told me that lady... and a rape keeps coming up at my old house and my studio.
It's crazy.
So I wonder if someone's trying to... I think someone from the other side's been trying to tell me about a rape. But nobody, I think, in my life or, like, family or anything like that, I think it's the ghost in Churchville. But what if, like... So I'll pick up that it's a younger woman. Like, I feel something in, like, her 20s or 30s. What if we die at the age that we're most ourselves at?
I hope not.
Yeah, me too, because I really like my 30s.
I wouldn't say I'm doing great, but I like where I'm at.
Yeah, I guess that's weird. I guess that's fucking wild.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just wild to think about.
What I think it is someone passes at a certain age, and that's what they cross over as.
Yeah.
But I don't know because, okay, so that makes sense. When you pass over, you're the age that you're dying at. But what if you cross over? If you have those abilities and there's no boundaries, wouldn't you want to go back
Probably.
to your younger self? I'm sure there are some spirits that show themselves as a different age.
Yeah.
So in this book, they were talking about, sexuality and when people kind of describing sexes and how some people are born a woman and they know they're a man.
Yeah.
Like, and some people say, in the Seth Speaks books, they talk about how that is more of you're still attached to your life before this and you were a man. Isn't that fucked up to think about?
It's just crazy.
It's fucking crazy. But is that if that shit exists, that's pretty crazy to think about.
I mean, I'm sure it exists.
You're pretty positive?
Probably.
I'm fucking sure, but
Yeah.
I feel I get so invested, which kind of drains me.
Yeah.
And then I psych myself out and I have to take a break. And we're watching the show on Netflix, 28 Days or something like that.
Oh, I watched that. That was good.
It's been a long time since I've watched something like that because it's too cheesy for me. I can't tell if it's real or not. But this one woman was describing how she gets freaked out and she just doesn't want to do it. And how she was describing it, I was like, that's what happens to me. So I'm hoping now that I have more time, I really can start to be in tune. And maybe now that I'm linking up with all these people, they can teach me my clairvoyance. And I think I will probably be a medium or some kind of psychic in my 40s.
That would be cool.
I think I already am. I just don't know how to do it.
Yeah. You just have to figure it out.
Well, before we wrap up today, I just want to say we are smoking the X-rated iced tea today. X-rated's my shit. It's my go-to. They do pickup and delivery. I even have, is this still good? A free edible with purchase.
Oh, you can get a nerd ropey.
It's a scratch and smoke.
A scratch and smoke.
So, Alyssa, if you've ever listened, do we have time?
3 minutes.
Yep,
3 minutes.
We gotta hurry up. The nerd rope incident. My first episode, I talk about nerd ropes. The nerd ropes were from X-rated.
That was just epic. So I feel like he made an extra strong batch that time and he told us. And then I was like, she's like, how much should I eat? And I was like, I don't know, maybe just take a bite. And she goes, I'll just take a little bit more than I did last time. And I was like, well, they're stronger.
No,
And she still ate it.
no, the problem was I was walking around all day nibbling on it
Oh,
for like an hour. I literally was nibbling on that thing for an hour.
yeah, that's the problem with these edibles.
And if you
They're
listen to
dangerous.
the first episode, you'll hear about my experience, but I had to call Alyssa for help.
Yes. I gave my dog to Emily and said, oh, I have to go help Heather. She's too high.
For the record, I fucking clocked out for that shit.
Heather said, don't tell anyone. I said, oh, okay.
She told
They knew it.
Everybody
Everyone
knew.
knew.
Everyone knew I was down. But I don't think people realized how down I was.
She was so down.
about to go to the hospital.
Yeah, she was really freaking out. I'm going to start carrying Benadryl around.
I definitely, yes, that was really bad. I thought I was going to have to go to the hospital, and I was fucked up for like 2 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
But I knew I was in no position to be in a work environment, and I just had to.
Like one of those highs you just need to go to bed for.
Yes. Instead, I took a little lay in my car and waited it out.
Clocked out.
I thought Kenny was going to have to come get me, but he did not have to come get me. But yes, X-Rated is our go-to. We both love using X-Rated. We did eat the Wild Gummies, WYLD. I have to find, if you're in Rochester and you're listening and you know this, I love the Wild Gummies. They're the shit. And just to fucking, recap today, go see Peter Gabriel. It's an experience. These people are older. I hate when people say, what do you want to see Stevie Nicks for? It's Stevie fucking Nicks. Shut the fuck up. It's a great show.
Why don't you want to?
Yeah, go see these legends. Go to a concert. Fucking Bush is coming to town ballroom. I'm pumped for that. And if you're unhappy in your work environment, fucking look for a job, man. There's something out there that's going to make you happy. And, I think a lot of us stick around because of the people that are there. And you can still see your friends.
Definitely.
And not have to do that shit anymore.
It may take a bit, but you'll still see them.
Alyssa, I am so happy to have you here today, man.
I'm so excited.
Oh, look at this. Tim Horton's still waiting for my endorsement. Peace out, Stony Bees.